November's too late.
Mm.
Right now,
Yeah.
in
What the-
January,
Yeah.
what we need to be doing, in my view, is asking ourselves this question. This comes from my sister, Ashita Moore, who says that our enemy is anybody who lives beyond the reach of our
Oh,
empathy. Get
wow. Well, that's
that,
great.
bro. Like, our enemy is anybody who lives beyond the reach of our empathy. So my enemy is not necessarily somebody who is exacting violence against me. It's the person who, if something bad happened to them, I wouldn't care that much.
That's really good.
That's my enemy.
Mm.
Who is that? For us who are like, we have to be determining right now who is that person or who is that people group. And we have to be actually building real time strategy to get into real relationship with those folks.
And 1000%, Jared. And I want to speak to this notion really quick and say, the reason we don't believe is possible is because we have not gotten proximate. So we don't have any experiences. We don't have practices that force us to actually believe something different. You remember when we were trying to do something around the gun violence work, there was a reason we did the night walks every Friday. It was to continue to build the
Yes.
belief that we can
Yeah.
be in a relationship with people who are shooting guns in the community and
Yeah.
killing other human beings. And then I'll tell you, man, and I'm not trying to be on my soapbox, but it kills me when some of us on the left say that we don't believe that there is a way for us to bridge with people on the right who are saying terrible things. And then they will turn around and affirm me for bridging with loved ones who were actually killing
Yeah.
people in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So if I could walk through the kill zone that night, if I could put my hands in a bloody wound of somebody who was bleeding out, if I could be in relationship with people who had pistols in their pocket, you mean to tell me that I can't dig into that same bucket
Yeah.
of courage and be in a conversation
Yeah.
with somebody that has more to say? And I'm not trying to be judgmental, bro, but I am speaking righteously from my heart.
Yeah.
That has more to say about our lack of faith
That's right.
in this moment, not what's actually happening in the world. And so I'm like, in whatever ways that is true for me right now, like I'm saying as I'm looking at this phone, I'm like, oh Lord, help
Yeah.
my unbelief.
Yes.
Do something in me because
Yeah.
you've done it in me before. I've been able to bridge with Pookie. I've bridged with the police. So why in the world can I not bridge
Yeah.
with someone who has a different ideological orientation than me? Let it not be said, man, that we, and I'm not trying to be on some like hegemonic supremacist with those of us who are Christians, but I do think we have a mandate to show up in this world with a certain kind of ethic.
100%. I mean, Jesus, the legitimate Jesus that I think we're talking about here, is the only one that ever took anybody beyond neighbor love to enemy love. It's not a suggestion.
Yeah.
And in the words of Samuel Watt, who you and I have sat with him a couple of times, if I'm going to love my enemy, I must first understand my enemy. And if I'm going to understand my enemy, I must first get close to them. Right. And so again, to those of us who are listening in, enemy, again, may not be a person who is enacting some kind of violence on you. It's the person who, if something bad happens to them, you don't care that much.
Yeah.
That's the person that Christ actually compels us to get close to so that we can understand, so that we can love tangibly.